I'm Mariah Carr with the United Way of Delaware, and we are joined by some of our summer interns here today to discuss college and the challenges that you may face and how to overcome those challenges. So we have Maya Joy Reeves, Mitchell Brenner, and Tyrone Curse. Also working behind the scenes with DETV staff, we have Aramis Lopez and Kenny Norwood, as well as Nasir Judkins. Maya and Tyrone, you guys have been in college. Maya, this is your third year, and Tyrone, this will be your second year.
Yes.
And Mitchell, this is your first year. So would you two agree that the honeymoon phase has faded, kind of the excitement of college
Yes.
is kind of faded?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so what's your outlook now on college that you kind of think the honeymoon phase is over?
I feel like going in, I had this preconception of how I wanted my school year to really go. When you go on Pinterest and you look up college life, like the first thing you're seeing is like the partying and everything. So that's mainly what I put my energy towards. And sadly, that took me astray. And at the end of freshman year, I sadly got the letter saying that it was possible for me to fail out of like college. So I knew from that point on, like, it's time to like get it together. Like, I took winter classes. I made sure I went to my office hours. Like, I really made myself turn it around only because of the pure fact that like the degree is really going to navigate your life for you. Like, it's sad to say, but with no degree, there's no, I don't know how to word that. With no degree, like, you can't really get a job.
It may be more opportunities if you have a degree.
Yeah, it gives you more opportunities if you have a degree. So I feel like taking the time and like really like locking in made me realize that like college was more than just partying. Like, it's actually about going to school and getting your education.
Absolutely. I love that. You turned your life around. Yeah. And early on too, right? Right. What would you say?
I would say college is the best starter for young adults. Mm-hmm. It's an expensive transition into adulthood, and you really pay for the lessons that you get.
Yeah.
Like, you learn how to be independent. Mm-hmm. You learn how to depend on yourself, but also learn how to ask for that help when you need it. And it'll push you to your limit. It really will. Mm-hmm. But it's the best way to really learn how to deal with other people, because you're going to have to learn how to deal with that.
Yeah,
you're
get to know yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's some advice that you could give Mitchell entering into his freshman year? Like, what is something that you wish maybe you would have heard going into college?
Stay true and authentic to yourself. I feel like there's going to be so many distractions and people that will try to lead you off astray. But as long as you stay true to yourself and your boundaries, you'll be fine.
Just get out there. Even if you think that you're extroverted, it's so easy to become introverted, especially during that winter season. You have to make sure that you keep up with what you're doing, keep up with your studies, keep up with your friends, even checking on your friends down in Delaware or wherever you have friends, and make sure you keep that connection.
I love that. And Mitchell, as mentioned before, this is your first year in college. What have you done to prepare for the financial independence that you'll experience?
So in the past couple of years, I've been fairly financially independent. Like I work and I use my own money when it comes to like buying clothes and shoes, or if like I go out with my friends and like we get food, I'm spending my own money there. But it is going to be a lot different knowing that like I don't have, when I come home, just a meal ready for me, like whether one of my parents would make that. And now I have to kind of my own fruition go and leave my dorm building or wherever I am to go to the dining hall to get my food, or essentially just be very responsible. Like, no one's there making food for me, which is fine. It's just definitely a big step that I'm gonna have to just get used to. It's that I have to do things on my own, and then I have like my set amount of money that I've made from working is what I have for when I'm in college for my entire freshman year. So with that money, I have to kind of spread that out and make sure it lasts, because I don't want to obviously run out of money, and I want to have enough to fall back on if something were to happen. So that's going to be very difficult, and it's definitely going to be a big step to me. It's a big step for me, but I think that I'm fairly prepared because Stand By Me, their financial coaching that through the United Way is paired with, it's been very helpful to me because of the fact that now I have kind of spreadsheets, and I'm able to I've been able to budget my expenditures this summer. So I think that I'm just going to keep that going throughout my college experience, and I think that being able to have that spreadsheet will really help me.
I love that you talked about Stand By Me and like that financial planning, because as a young person, like in college, and you might not think that any money that you make is important to budget or anything like that. And you might think budgeting is only for an adult, you know, when you get a job. But no, like having a budget so early, that is such a good preparation tip. And you know, because it's going to be tempting to get that DoorDash.
And that college broke is no joke.
And that free delivery on Grubhub.
It's gonna get you.
Every time.
Every time.
And you also mentioned kind of a new experience, Mitchell, and being away from so many familiar faces. I know you're close with your family and your friends, and some of your friends you've been friends with middle school, high school, elementary school. So how do you think you'll be able to navigate being away from your community?
Like I kind of touched on earlier, it's going to be difficult. I will be away from a lot of my family and my friends. It does help that I do have grandparents who live down in Florida, but they're like 5 hours away. So I won't really be seeing much of them, but it's nice that I have kind of a little bit to fall back on, just to like know that there's someone that's closer. So that is nice to have, but it will be very difficult. But I think, you know, just staying in contact with some of my friends will be nice, because I know that a lot of them are staying around this area. But, you know, I'm very good friends with them, so I would hope I can keep in contact. And my family, you know, I want to hopefully be able to like call my parents, you know, at minimum once a week, and just staying in good contact, and just kind of knowing that like I'll be able to be coming home, like, you know, Thanksgiving and like for winter break and all that. That it's not like I'm gone forever, so it'll be difficult, but eventually, you know, if I just keep on moving through, I know that I'll be able to see my parents and see the rest of my family, so it won't be too bad.
Okay, I love that. And you talked about difficulties. And so, Maya, college can be difficult. There's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, financial, mental, emotional. There's so many things going on. How have you been able to manage and maintain your mental wellness?
I honestly have not been able to maintain it. I think it's very easy to say you can journal, you can do a whole bunch of different things. But at the end of the day, it's hard to maintain your mental health while you're running around the clubs, or you're trying to get your grades up, trying to maintain your grades. And it's a lot, it can be a lot. But while being at college, it really teaches you that you have to stand your ground. You have to figure out how to pour into yourself while pouring into others, pouring into everything in your life, and balance it. It's a balancing act.
Yeah, so do you have a plan of action going into this school year on how to really maintain?
I do actually. I have been starting to make habits and starting to really get my life together and focus on what makes me happy. Like, one of the habits I have, even though it's something everybody is supposed to do, when I'm really sad, I have to make sure that I take a shower. I have to make sure I do my skincare, make sure I brush my teeth, everything. Because if I don't, I will stay in that place where I'm just rotting in my bed and not really doing anything. So that's one of the habits I like to keep up, and I hope that I'll still be able to do that when I'm in college.
I love that. That's so important too, because you're out of your home comfort zone. So now going to school, it can be hard to kind of keep things up. So I like that you have a plan in place. And Tyrone, you also mentioned, you know, you did fail. Unfortunately, you did fail your first semester, which is okay. What was your plan? Because, you know, you did party, but there were stresses and other things. It's just a new experience. So what kind of helped you to move along in the better direction?
Definitely have faith. I don't care if you believe in, like, I don't know. Just as long as you believe in something, I feel like that helped me a lot. Also, staying true to myself. Like, you really have to sit down and be like, would I actually do this if my mom was here? Because like 9 times out of 10, you would not be doing that. You would be sitting home on that computer doing that homework. So I feel like that helped. And like also knowing that there are things at stake. Like losing made me want it even more. Like almost losing it, yeah, made me want it even more. And I was like, okay, like there are so many kids that don't even get the opportunities that I have. And like, mind you, I'm on a scholarship. So like, that's even more of an opportunity. And losing that just for stupid partying was not what I was gonna do. So I just feel like that also helped. And I just feel like you just gotta find your niche. Like, what is keeping you motivated? And can I say this on TV? But like, have like, for class, for instance, like, I don't like going to class, but like, what helped me go to class was having a class crush. Like,
Oh.
like I don't know if I can say that, but like, having like a class crush, you're like, okay, I know this person is gonna come to class every day, so, and I know I'm gonna see them, so, okay, hey, sit next to them and all. So.
You said stay true to yourself.
Yes,
okay.
You just gotta find things that like, you know, would get you to wanna do it.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe my thing might not work for any of you, but I feel like, yeah, you just gotta find what is your motivation or your spark.
Okay. And do you think it was hard for you to let go of those things that didn't serve you, or it was kind of easy?
Well, touching back on Faith, the man upstairs, he sure did take a lot of things out of my mouth. So I don't like to do certain things anymore due to that. But besides him, yeah, there's just like, after a while, partying's fun, but it gets repetitive. And I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's just like the person I am. Like once I get tired of it, like I don't want to do it anymore. So that also was like a thing. I just feel like I'm a 40-year-old like grandmother. Like I don't want to go out. Can I say that too?
Stay true to yourself.
No shade. But no, I just really don't like going out anymore. And I don't know, like I feel so like old, but like I just don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, I love taking pictures though. So like, I don't know. You just gotta find things to substitute.
40-year-old grandma.
Right. That's interesting. But you know, I love the growth. I love the growth and the new mindset.
We're still working on our sentences, but we're getting there. English class this year. He's gonna help. Okay.
Right. No, I really do love the growth and
Thank you.
that you really were able to recognize and change. Mm-hmm. So, how have you guys been with getting involved in your school? Like, was it easy? Was it hard? Like, how did that help you?
I think it was hard. I was really codependent in my beginning stages of college. So if my friends weren't doing it, I wasn't doing it. Mm-hmm. And it really took me just pushing myself to leave my safe space and go with the uncomfortable to be comfortable. And that's when I actually went out there. I even ran for vice president of the school.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
I didn't get it though, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm gonna do it
You
again.
tried, absolutely, yeah.
I feel like for me, it wasn't very hard due to me being such a like charismatic person. Mm-hmm. I feel like what really hindered me was caring what everybody thought. That really was like the thing that like held me back in a lot of situations. But then you realize that like, who really cares? Like, as long as you're happy and you find enjoyment in it, I mean, yeah, I just had to get over that hump. But after that, I joined the modeling club. You know, people didn't like that, but I did get nominated as the best model. So I mean, like, you just gotta do things that you like want to do. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there aren't gonna be people that support it, but as long as you have your own back, and like Maya said, I was codependent at first, but you really just gotta know that you're on your own now. And that sounds kind of crazy, because like, even though there is a village behind, like, I feel like all of us, they're only gonna be there for like a certain time period. And I feel like we have to be able to not hold ourselves accountable, but yeah, just hold ourselves accountable and be there for ourselves. Because we can't always expect everyone to pour into us. And I feel like that was my like main thing. I really wanted somebody to be like, yeah, you should do the modeling thing. But
You had to take that upon yourself.
yeah, like
You had to decide. Okay. I agree. I feel like that. It's like I always have wanted someone to be like, you should do this, you should do that, but like having to step out on that faith, it can be scary. Like
Yeah.
and trust yourself and be okay with failing
Yeah.
or like things not working out how you expected. So I definitely agree. So Mitchell, how do you plan to get out in your school community and kind of explore some of your interests?
I have many interests, as many people do, but I kind of want to just get out and like make connections with people. Like, for example, sports are a huge part of my life. So whether that's going to be watching football games on Sunday with people like my roommates, or if anyone that I end up finding like and making friends with, or whether that's hopefully like being a part of the track team, or other things, and then. Joining clubs is a big thing I want to do because I just want to, like, I have a lot of passions outside of that, like, I mean, whether that's music or some other thing that I'm really into, I want to be able to meet a lot of friends so that, like, have all these different interests that I have because mine are kind of all over the place. So I want to have those, like, different groups of people that I can talk about my different interests with because that'll be a really nice thing to have, just a lot of different people to have that. It's like a breath of fresh air, you know?
Yes, I love that. And I really love how self-aware you guys are. I keep saying that, but I just think it's so powerful that you guys are so young and you really know who you are now and like where you want to go. So I'm really proud of those. I'm just so proud of the people that you are and are going to be. So this will be you guys' first year being able to vote in a presidential election, correct? Yes. And Mitchell and Maya will be away at school. So how can students like you get out and vote?
Number one, register. That's big. I mean, I feel like most people get registered when they get their driver's license. But if not, make sure you get registered because, yeah. First step.
That's important. Absolutely, yes.
You definitely want to, if you're away, like me or Maya are, for college, you want to definitely sign up for an absentee ballot so you can vote when you're away because I won't be home in Delaware during the time I would vote. So I need to be able to, but I still want to be able to vote because it's very important.
Yes, and educate yourself. Please educate yourself.
Yes.
And you can register at ivote.de.gov.
Yes, you can get more information about how you can get your absentee ballot on that website as well. So I thank you guys for being here. Thank you, DETV, for allowing us to have this conversation. Do you guys have any parting comments you want to say about college?
Just be yourself and believe, and I'm telling you, everything else will fall into place.
Don't let other people change when you came in to college, how you are. Or if you want to change yourself, do it.
You.
That's on you. Don't let anybody else change you because it's very easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Very easy.
Well, thank you again for this opportunity,
Yes.
and we hope to see you soon.
Yes.